Okay, I don't know if you guys like tea, but I personally love tea. Um, it may or may not have to do with my Japanese background. And there's cop cars outside. That's great. Okay, cool. Okay. But there's something really nostalgic about tea for me, because I grew up with tea, and I love tea. Okay. That freaked me out for a minute. I heard the door open and close, and then I thought it was the actual door, and I was like, oh my god, my uncle's here, but it was the microwave door. um, yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. Well, I'm all over the place all the time, but especially today, I think. I don't know. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Today's 4th of July. Patriotism. I personally, I don't really have anything directly against 4th of July. I just have a problem with people do on 4th of July. Because a lot of people fuck around on 4th of July. I'm it's just unnecessary. Ugh, I think. And I, when I was little, I remember I used to love, watching fireworks, but I didn't like being in, parks or groups or whatever where there's, huge crowds, watching fireworks. Because, I hate crowds. I've always hated crowds. And so, yeah, because, one of my friends, he invited me over to, watch the fireworks with him. Not romantically, him and his family. He was like, yeah, we're going to the fireworks at this park place. And he was like, would you be willing to go? And I was kind of nope. I felt bad though, but I was nah, dude, no. That's not in the cards for me, okay? I don't do, no. I'm also kind of annoyed because, I thought my hair was a lighter brown, but it's, not, and I don't know why it, is so dark, because I don't remember my hair being this dark. Do you guys? Because I personally don't, but apparently it is this dark, and, it bothers me. I miss my lighter hair, or what I remember being lighter hair, and then I took a shower yesterday, because I was maybe it's because I haven't taken a shower in, 7 days, So I took a shower and was maybe that'll lighten it up, because sometimes when I don't take a shower for a few days or more, the grease builds up and darkens my hair. And so I was thinking that was probably it. So I took a shower. It's still dark. I don't know why it's so dark. It's weird. I'm also getting red highlights in my hair too, because summer that happens. But usually around summertime my hair as a whole lightens to a light mousy brown, and then I get red streaks as well. But now it's just dark, and then there's red streaks. I don't understand. Okay, can we what? I don't know. Also, I freaking hate my baby hairs. So I'm trying not to do this, but I can't help it. And then I see my baby hairs and I'm just fuck them. I hate them so much. They're so annoying. They look ugh, I don't like them. But yeah. So 4th of July, I don't really have anything planned. I am going to Michael's today with my uncle, just because I need well, not need, but I want arts and craftsy stuff, because I'm bored. So and then I don't know. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. And then I don't know if okay, the door is still closed. I don't I don't know why I'm so paranoid that my uncle's coming, because he said he was coming, but he didn't tell me exactly what time. Well, he asked me what time he wanted me to come over, and I was like, I don't know, and he was just kind of like, okay, and so it's like up to him, like what time he's coming over. So I don't know. Also, this morning I ended up sprouting like these two massive zits, like right here, like right on my eyebrow. Like I don't understand. Like why are they there? Like why? Like. And they're right next to each other. Like, there's, like, no space in between them. They're, like, right next. Like, they're just, like, why? Why there, of all places? Like, it's just weird. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't really like, know what to talk about, but, like, I kind of wanted to talk, if that makes sense. So this is what we're doing here now, okay? Yeah. Oh my god, I have not gotten any sleep for like 24 hours. At least. Okay, let me just explain. Like my sleeping schedule has been off for since summer began. But it's gotten worse and worse. Like this past week, I've been staying up until like literally like 5 or 6 a.m. and then falling asleep. And then last night I was just like staying up and like I was like didn't really like, and it's not like a planned thing where I stay up that late. It's just that I'm reading, and then next thing I know it's 4 a.m. Next thing you know it's 5 a.m. Next thing you know it's fucking 7 a.m. and I'm just like, I'm not tired. I'm just gonna keep reading, and then I ended up staying up all day and like all night and all day, and like I'm not tired. Like I was really tired this morning. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like struggling to stay awake, but I was like no, because I knew if I fell asleep I would wake up at like 6 p.m. or something, and I was like no. So like I pushed myself to stay awake, and I did, and now I'm like fully awake and like not even tired. So like yeah. And hopefully this will like fix my schedule, because like I'll be able to fall asleep at like a decent time, wake up hopefully at a decent time. Because like this sleep schedule that I've been like throwing is bad. It's so bad. Yeah, it's just really bad and I need to fix it. And then there's also, I've talked about the math thing before, and like I've gone over it a million times because I still feel really guilty about it. But like no one else in my family really like cares about the math. I think they think it's like almost all done with or something. My mom is the only one who keeps pestering me about the math, and I'm like, yeah, totally talk to my teacher about it. Mom like so did. Like I don't know why that hair is sticking up. It's really annoying. Okay. And like I don't know, she keeps like pestering me on like math, and I know it's because she's worried, but like I'm just kind of like feel guilty because every time I have to lie, because I'm just kind of like, yeah, I did my math today, yeah, I emailed my teacher today, yeah, totally did that, like so did that, like right. I think my uncle's right though. Like he keeps talking about me like going to like a tutoring like class, like a, I don't remember what one of their famous names is, but like there's a bunch of them, and they're like particularly for people who struggle in math and like need the extra help. And like I was stubborn when he told me about that. I was like, no, I got it, like don't, like no, I'm fine. And like was like, I'm bad at math, but I'm not that bad. I don't need like to be babysat. But it's becoming quite apparent that I do, because I don't have the work ethic to push myself to do something that I absolutely despise alone. Not to mention I don't even know how to do it. Like I just like don't remember at all. Like I just like can't do it. And like I'm like, I've asked like one of my friends for help, and he did help me for a little while, but then I stopped talking to him for like a couple days or whatever, and I felt embarrassed. And I was like, oh my god, because what I did with him was really stupid, really stupid. Like, why was I so stupid? Like, I mean, this whole situation with the math thing is stupid, but like, I think I reached my peak of stupidity with this situation with him, because he was teaching me diligently and was doing his job. He was helping me. It wasn't even his job. He was just doing it as courtesy as my friend. And I basically spat in his face without him knowing it, because I took his tutoring and I shoved it down the trash because I didn't take it. I was like, yeah, I got it, thank you. Because I would like look at the words and I would look at the problems that I knew I struggled with, and I would tell him about them and he would teach me them. And then I would look down at the paper and be like, yeah, I understand. I'm just too lazy to work it out right now, so I'm going to put it away. Like, I just want to go back in time and, like, fucking slap myself and be like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I hate myself. Like, just, so fucking stupid, man. Like, and now, I can, like, look back at our previous texts and, like, see what he told me, but, like, I'm not there, so, like, I don't really remember exactly what it is, like, and it's really confusing, and so I can't do it, and I don't want to go back and ask him again, because he's probably going to be like, bitch, like, I don't want to help you now, like, you fucking, like, tossed my lessons into the trash, and I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm a bitch, I'm a stupid ass bitch, okay, I'm sorry, and then one of my friends, I talked about it before, but, like, one of my friends who I, like, wanted help from before, she's working too much, and she can't help me, and then there's another friend who I wanted to ask help from, and she's also working. And then the two nicest people that I will ever know in my life, my two homeschooled friends, are just that, homeschooled. So they probably don't have any fucking clue how to do that math homework. So, like, I can't go to them for help either, and I can't go to, like, my uncle for help either, because, like, he's just as bad at math as I am, maybe even worse. Like, we're, like, the entire family on my dad's side just totally sucks at math. Like, just, it's not a thing that we're good at, like, at all. Like, ugh, like, it's so bad. I don't know why we all suck at math. Like, we just, like, cannot comprehend it. Like, it's, like, almost impossible for us to comprehend it. And it pisses me off so much, because I almost wish I was, like, born in the 80s or something, when schooling wasn't so intense as it is now, because back then, like, you would, like, show up to class and the teacher would give you a C even if you didn't do your work, just because you showed up to class, because they're too lazy to, like, care. Like, I mean, that sounds fucking awful, but, like, my dad would talk about it, and he said, like, that's the only reason that I passed math in high school, and I was like, wish that happened for me, because, like, I can't, like, it's so difficult for me to do math. Like, I want to tear my hair out and, like, scream in frustration every time I think about math, because, like, it's so difficult for me. Like, it's just, like, I don't know how to explain how, like, impossible it is to do. Like, it's not impossible, it's just, like, it takes so much, like, work and, like, practice, and, like, I have to push myself to the limits, and I already hate that subject as it is, but the fact that I have to work 20 times harder than anyone else in my classroom just makes it that much harder. And, like, I really see no purpose in it either, because, like, I don't want to, like, career or job or do anything that involves math, especially the advanced math that they're teaching us now, like trigonometry and fucking, like, algebra, like high-end algebra. Like, it's just, like, really, like, I'm never gonna use this, ever. Like, aside from this fucking classroom, I'm never gonna use it. Like, thanks. Like, thanks for this really good lesson that is, like, taking everything out of me, and I'm not even gonna fucking use it in my future. Like, thanks. Like, that's just awesome. And, like, kids complain about math all the time, and they say they can't do it, and they're, like, too lazy or whatever, like, which is, like, partly true for me, too, but, like, also, like, physically, like, my brain, like, it's, like, takes me so, like, long to, like, comprehend it and understand it, and then, like, equally as long to, like, remember it over and over again, because it's, like, once I learn it, like, I get it for, like, 2 seconds, and then, like, afterwards I can't remember anything from that lesson, and then I'm just kind of like, whoa, like it takes me forever to understand it, and once I finally do understand it, I feel like happy, and then I'm able to do the problems, and then like a day later or something, like I can't even remember how to do it. Like I literally like just can't. Like it's like it like goes through one ear and out the other. But like the problem is like it comes in and it stays for like millisecond and then it leaves. And so like you have the illusion that you actually got the lesson and you actually understand it, and then it's gone the next day, and you're just kind of like, do I have math amnesia? Amnesia or something? Like really? Like it's just like. It's so frustrating. And they don't, like, understand. Like, well, I mean, the teachers are kind of getting better. But, like, they still don't, like, fully understand. And I remember there was this one teacher who made me feel really bad about being mad at math in, like, 3rd grade. He was one of those teachers who was, like, he taught you one way, and if you didn't get it, too fucking bad. And he was one of those teachers, and like math for me, like I either need it like explained like a certain way to me, or I need it explained like multiple times, and like you have to be patient with me because I'm not gonna get it. And he like literally like looked at me like I was stupid all the time, and like just made me feel like so like ridiculed. And like I remember anytime I raised my hand, like people would be like, oh god, here she goes again. Like, because in every other subject I'm like good at, like every other subject I'm like decent at least, and like I can do it, and like I'm okay at it. But then math is like it's so hard for me, and like I feel so stupid every time like I do math, because like I just can't process it the way that like normal people can, and like it's and so I need like fucking like so much help, and like I can't get that help because like normal students like don't know how to teach it the way that I like need it taught. And then like you're like, I mean, did I say students or teachers? I don't know. And I meant like students as in like friends that I was asking for help. Plus they're too busy, like it's their summer vacation. I don't want to like drag them into my fucking problems. And then that I caused myself because of my fucking pride. Like pride literally gets you nowhere. Like it gives you the illusion of confidence, and then other than that, like it literally just like tears you down and like makes things worse for you in the end. Like I don't even know where the fuck I got this pride from, but like it needs to get the fuck out because like I don't need it in my life. I don't know. Like I just like I need to get over myself. I'm like, I don't want to email my teacher either because like she probably won't answer me, and I have this stupid thing where I think that she probably won't answer me because it's too late now. But if I finish all of my math homework and then turn it in, she like has to like do it, or like she has to accept it because I did do it during the summer, and like it is summer homework, so like, you know. But like but I have a feeling that I'm not gonna be able to do my homework, and not gonna email my teacher, and then I'm gonna have to cough up that I fucking did nothing with my summer homework at all this summer, pretty much. Like, I've probably done 2 problems in total, and they're probably not even right. And then, like, basically, like, lie to my uncle, my dad, and my mom. Like, the 3 closest family members I fucking have. Well, not 3 closest, but, like, they're, like, all of my parental figures, and I just lied fucking to their faces. I'm like, that's great. Like, I just, like, don't want them to be disappointed in me and be like, well, one of the reasons that she's, like, stupid. And I'm just kind of like, I'm fed up with stupid math. And, like, I hate math so much. And I don't understand why I have to learn it. Like, I mean, I get basic math, like, basic algebra and, like, multiplication tables, adding, subtracting, whatever. And then there are some other, like, useful, like, math, like, equations and stuff that like could be useful like in everyday life of an average person, but the majority of the math that they're teaching us is not for the average fucking person. Like, it's like the basics of math for like a construction worker or like an engineer or like a fucking like attorney. I mean, not attorney. What are they called? Like the people who do the math. Like the bank people. What are they called? Attorney is like a lawyer. Why can't I remember this? See? Literally can't remember anything to do with math. Okay? Like, I just... Ugh. Like, it's... I'm like... I just don't understand why I have to learn, like, that, like, advanced stuff. Because, like, I'm not, like, they keep, like, anytime I ask my teacher about it and I get frustrated, she's like, it's a requirement, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, but why the fuck is it a requirement if most of us aren't even going to, like, learn this? Like, why can't you just make it an extra class for people who actually enjoy math, or people who want to pursue a career in, like, engineering or something, who could actually use this in their career? Not people like me who fucking want to be an editor and, like, had nothing to do with math. Like, I mean, being an editor has a little bit to do with math. Like, just a little bit. Like, just, like, average math. Not, like, literally, like, sketching out, like, graphs and, like, fucking triangles and seeing the distance between this triangle and this fucking tree. And I'm just kind of like, Bobby doesn't fucking care how many apples he has, sweetie. Like, calm here. Like, I'm just like, if Bobby cares about his apples, just, like, put them down. Like, just I used to hate word problems, too. I've gotten used to them now. But, like, I still don't really like them that much. But, like, I don't really like math in general. But, like, math problems are... it's like combining two things I love and hate. Like, I love, like, words. And then you make the words bad because you fucking put math in them. And they say the stupidest things, too. Like, Mommy has this many apples. Like, how many apples will he have if he gives Sarah 7? Like, Like, I don't care. Like, leave Sarah and Bobby alone. Jesus, they just want their apples. For God's sake. Like, of course, like, not even, like, math problems now are not that easy anymore, either. Like, no, nothing to do with math is easy, but, like, ever, like, I fucking hate math so much, like, no, you don't understand, but, the spite I have for math, like, mental abuse to Angela, Mata, no, I'm kidding, yeah, you've never heard of that, mental abuse to humans, that's what math stands for. Someone told me that one time, and I wrote it really small in the corner of every math homework paper I had for like an entire year out of spite, and like no one noticed because I write really small, so like they couldn't read it. But it's funny though. Yeah, okay. I think I'm done ranting about my math, but like I really just like people think like, yeah, you're like just not dedicated enough, like, and you think that because you don't like math, like you can't do it or whatever, and I'm just like, it's not just that, okay? Like, I literally, like, even if I pay attention 100% and like try my hardest, like, it's still really difficult for me. Like, I don't know what it is though. Like, I honestly don't. Like, it's just like, I feel like it's like 10,000 times harder for me than anyone else. Like, just. But then there's this girl that I met. Well, not met, but like this YouTuber that I was introduced to, or like found. Yeah. She has dyslexia, and which dyslexia, if you don't know, it's like a mental disability where like reading and like writing even is really difficult because like your brain can't process the words. So learning just like one language is really difficult for a person who's dyslexic. But this girl has learned 3 languages. And she's like not just like a limited dyslexia. Like she has like full on like dyslexia. Like it's like bad. So like it's just like crazy to think about that. Like I complain about math all the time and like I hate math all the time and it's like really hard for me. But like a girl with like dyslexia who's like like halfway across the world from me has learned 3 different languages. I'm like is still pushing herself to like keep knowing the languages because she like regularly practices them and everything too, which is just crazy for me. But it's really cool. Yeah. Okay, anyways. She also has this like really good, like great passion for like languages and stuff. And like she's a lot of like morals that I like really agree with and like her like little goals in life or whatever to change. Like everyone has like no matter what a person says and says they don't want to change the world or whatever, like you still do on like some small level. Like even if it's just in your little tiny community, like you still want to change the world a little bit. And she's talking about like she wants to make it so that like education systems make it so you have to learn at least 2 languages. Because she said that like learning another language is like an amazing experience and it's also like broadens your mind, like your intelligence like rises automatically if you learn another language. Which I agree with. Like a lot of people who like know other languages or are bilingual, or like were raised with one language and then were taught another language through schooling, like are like actually like really incredibly smart, like, and like I don't know, like, and like people think that they can't learn languages and like are frustrated all the time with like learning languages and stuff. But I think it's just because like people like try and teach us like second languages too like late. Like in high school it's a requirement to learn like another language, like typically Spanish, but like by then our brains are like almost like 5 or 6 years, or I mean, yeah, 5 or 6, like 6 to 3 years from like development, like fully development, because I think your brain fully develops when you're like 30 or something. So like, and most kids start high school when they're like around 15. So like, yeah, like 5 years of like almost being fully developed, and like you want us to just like start learning another language and be like okay in that language. Like that's not like they're just like starting too late. I think if they really want us to learn another language and they want to make that a requirement like they do in high school, like they should start when we're young and start in elementary school, because that's when our minds are young and fresh and like sponge like and like absorb everything. So like, yeah, like they should start with elementary school, not fucking high school. And I agree with her. Yeah. Also, she's just really adorable. Like, I love her. She's so cute. But, yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm, like, all over the place, like I said. Okay, bye.